Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, May 10th. Like we always do, man, we're gonna start off with pitchers. Actually, I think I actually cashed today. I just ran a few tournament lineups, just a bunch of sack fly lineups. I usually don't play cash games when there's this game in course, so pretty much you can already guess that I'm not gonna be playing cash games tomorrow. But let's just go look at this real quick. See what I did? Okay, 1350. Yeah, actually, my lowest lineup, okay, not including this late lineup that I just made at the last second for no reason. Let's look at this. This is the lineup I actually ran that I didn't have Jose in. This was the only lineup that flopped, so I'm not too mad about that. I can pretty much, okay, what was this? Line was 152. Maybe he wouldn't have got 30, so who knows? But I think he was in a good spot anyway versus Baltimore. If he could have just lasted 6 innings, it got around 5-6 Ks in a win, which I think was very possible. So uh, maybe that would have cashed. Who knows though? 4.3%. We can kind of move on from there. So let me just go back to the lineups. We're gonna clear this out. This is a randomized lineup. I just put in anything to fill in the spot, so it's definitely not gonna be the lineup. So yeah, like I was saying, man, we're gonna jump right into it with pitchers. We got John Lester, 11K, the highest priced pitcher on the slate. Not a guy I'm looking to really target. I know it's the Padres. People are gonna play him just because he is the Padres. We just seen Kershaw. How many Ks did 14 Ks go complete game shutout with 14 Ks against them? So I think a lot of people are gonna jump to that. Lester is actually pretty good. I have no problem with him here. We can kind of look at his numbers. Only a 227 batting average to righties, 264 WOBA is pretty darn good, right? The FIP is pretty good. Anything under 4 is good. So okay, he's K'ing lefties 29, righties at 23. But the Padres pretty much throw out an all righty lineup, so we don't really have to worry about lefties there. Not giving up much hard contact. The ground ball rate, average, I guess you can say. Not bad. No, let's see how many home runs he's given up. Okay, 4 home runs this season. Okay, not the worst, but not great, I guess. But he's in the pitcher's ballpark tomorrow, so right now he's setting up to be a decent play. But let's actually go look at the Padres, man. I was looking at this a little bit earlier. Okay, let's see where they rank in. This is separated. No, it's not separated by WRC plus. All right, Padres and WRC plus. The Padres rank 18th and against lefties. Okay, so that's a little bit above a little bit low, a little bit below average of the pack. So right there, hovering. I count anything from 13 to 17 or 18, like middle of the pack, and it came at 26.6%. You know, John Lester has some pretty good stuff. So we'll actually go see something. Let's see who's played this. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit shaky. The 9.8, I think that's about average. 9.8 swinging strike percentage, 86.2 zone contact. So I will say he's safe though. I don't even if he gives up a run, I don't see him giving up more than 2 runs here, especially at home in a big ballpark. But I'm not sold on him like having a completely like dominating performance where he gets like over 10 Ks. He goes 8 innings. I can see 7-7 with 2 earned runs and a win. I can definitely see that, but I'm not expecting a special game out of him. But he's not a horrible play. I will say he is kind of safe though, but I'm not super high on him. Just not sold right now. So next we got the ground versus the Dodgers. The ground's been looking a little shaky until we can see that he got his velocity back. Everything's back. I just can't play him. We'll actually go take a look at something real quick. I'll show you guys. Okay, so we'll go the ground. And let's actually go look at it. So look at the drop off in his fastball in 2014, 23.5. All right. And then he got it back up to 94. He got it up to 95, and now he's dropped about 3%, 2.5 to be exactly miles per hour. I said percent. So, man, that's a huge drop off. And I think ever since that happened, his numbers have went down a little bit. He's not giving up any home runs, which we would like to see. But the K per nine is down. I think he's only had like 3 starts or so. Let's see how many he was. Oh, he's had 4 starts. Okay, one against San Fran, team that doesn't strike out. And look, he's had games versus Philly last. Like, come on, if he got Philly last year, that would be an easy 8 to 10K game. San Diego would be an easy 8 to 10 game for him, but he's not. He doesn't have it right now, so I'm not trusting him yet until he showed me he has it all the way back together. Uh, but everything else is looking pretty good. The ERA is not that high. The WHIP is pretty solid. Wish it would be a little bit lower, but it's not at that Kershaw Arrieta level yet, but still pretty good. It's actually pretty good. So I have no problem with the ground, but those strikeouts are pretty much down. So I can't pay 10.5 for a guy on the road, especially with the K's down. Just can't trust him at that price, man. Till he shows me he's back to being the ground. But who knows? His velocity might get back up. Maybe he's just a little rusty from the offseason. Who knows? We've seen it happen plenty of times. So I think he actually started off last season with the velocity down, and then he got it back up. So maybe he's just not in his. He's just not in midseason form yet. So next we got Tanaka versus the Royals. Now a lot of people will be scared of the Royals, but the lineup that they're throwing out there, I'm not scared of it at all. Ivan Nova just lasted what five and 2/3 of an inning, I think, or was it? No, it was actually 4 and 2/3 of an inning, and had about 3-4 Ks. So I know Tanaka can do something similar. And just looking at this lineup, you got Dyson. That's an easy K or two. I don't know how you pronounce this dude's name. When I was watching the game, even announcers having trouble pronouncing it. Cubber, who's the word? I don't know. Afonte, you could get around him. This guy's not a dangerous hitter. Perez, not a dangerous hitter. Gordon, not dangerous. Kendricks he's bad horrible right now. Hosmer is the guy you got to worry about. Kane's struggling a little bit. And I'll see, we're not really too worried about these guys. Not a lot of power in that lineup. They will stretch out a lot of at bats though, so gotta watch out for that. But I do think, man, just looking at it already, man, I think Tanaka might end up being like a 180 favorite or something like that. Only thing that scares me is it is a hitter's park and that short right field port. So that scares me a little bit. And actually, I'm gonna go look at see if anybody's here. Okay, I got 2 watchers, man. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. Okay, the volume's down. That's lovely. All right, so next we kind of move on to Naka. I definitely like him a lot. 9.8. I don't know if I want to pay that price. But he's definitely in a good spot here. Next we got Drew Smiley versus Seattle. Another guy I want to pick on. So pretty much what I'm gonna do, instead of going from each pitcher to pitcher, I'm gonna tell you the guys I want to pick on, pretty much, and then tell you the guys who's on my radar a little bit about playing. So next we got a guy like Adam Conley. He's on my radar a little bit. Believe it or not, man, the Brewers haven't been that good against lefties. Let's see what the WRC plus is. What are Brewers? Okay, they're ranked 21st, Kane at 21.7, and the Wake 91 WRC plus. So not too high. They're right there around the Padres, and pretty much you can get the same kind of numbers, similar type of numbers from Conley that you're getting from John Lester. So let's go take a look at Adam Conley real quick. And he's in a pitcher's ballpark, and he's been playing pretty well. So, young guy, 25. Okay, let's see the play discipline. He has a higher swing and strike percent at 10.8. He's given up a little bit more contact than John Lester. I think John Lester was like at 86, so it's about one more percent higher. So now we can kind of take a look at the splits. 348 batting average to lefties. It's not. I don't think people are going to sustain that. It seems pretty fluky to me. The FIP, yeah, but I guess maybe it's not fluky when you look at the xFIP and the FIP, not that good. But yeah, and the FIP and xFIP for against righties is pretty solid. Not giving up too many home runs, about 1/9. He's carrying righties a lot more than lefties, so I guess he's a reverse splits pitcher. Let's see the hard contact. Now this is what scares me. This hard contact. So. I guess we don't really want to compare him to John Lester when you look at this hard contact he's given up. So maybe he might have been getting saved. Who knows? But I haven't really looked too much into his stats until now. I've just seen how the pretty good performances he's been having. So haven't really been wanting to pick on him. And then you look at this ground ball to fly ball ratio, not too good. But who knows, man? He's pretty much containing righties, but he's giving up a lot of hard contacts and fly balls. So that's already sounding right now like I like me some Braun. Who else would be like? Maybe Domingo if he plays. Villar, possibly. And those would be the three guys on my radars from the Brewers, but they don't really scare me too much. We can actually go look at that team as a whole with the players. Let's see. Advanced stats. Oh, I didn't even go to Brewers. Okay, so wow, Kirk Newell has 3 at bats. That's fake. Ryan Braun, 459 WOBA and 37 plate appearances. We know he career wise he kills lefties. Oh, but this. Oh yeah, I forgot they brought up Hernan Perez. He wasn't getting any playing time at first until like the last couple of games. Domingo's pretty good against lefties, so maybe we don't want to pick on him there. Especially Braun can. He's hitting them extremely hard. The 364 ISO. Domingo's pretty good. If he's actually gonna play, then guess what? You can actually. I don't. I gotta see the Mariners. I gotta do my homework on the Marlins bullpen to see if it's worth stacking, man. Because I don't want to stack against Conley because he's been pretty solid, unless that bullpen is trash. But I do right now, looking at it, I kind of do like some Brewer bats, seeing that hard contact and low ground ball, fly ball rate. So maybe we could pick on Conley. I don't really want to have too much exposure. I want to pick on Hector Santiago. Not too many lefty killers on the Cardinals, but man, I'm loving me some Piscotti. I like Matt Holiday a little bit, contrarian in tournaments. What's Cardinals? Let's go take a look at some bets, and we're gonna show you why we like some of these guys. Okay, Piscotti, the 551 WOBA, 35 plate appearances. Diaz, we got Holidays. ISO, oh, the ISO's pretty much down. Sheesh. Never mind. I'll take that back. I thought the ISO was around somewhere around like 180 or something, but guess he's an old head and he's lost that power. So mainly the two main guys I'm on is Scotty and Diaz. I do like Jerko, but he's been pretty much disappointing me the last few times versus lefties. Look at that. Woba is pretty much down from last year. Can't wait till Fam comes back because that's definitely a guy we want to pick on. We want to pick on against lefties. So who else? And that's about it for me there with the lefties. But we'll see why we want to pick on Hector Santiago. Let's go to it. Alrighty. Hector Santiago. Okay, that looks pretty good. A 222 batting average, 320 volt, but okay. So he's pretty much locking guys up. Now let's go take a look at the FIP and XFIP. 547 XFIP, 5.47 XFIP, 4.81 XFIP, 2.03 home run per nine. Sheesh. So he's giving up. Seems like he's giving up. He's giving up too many home runs per game. The 31.2 hard contact, just a little bit above average. But there's definitely some guys that got some power, like with Scotty and Diaz. Then we look at the ground ball, fly ball rate. Not looking too good. Is this a home game? Okay, this is a home game. Okay, so let's see his splits at home as opposed to road. Okay, home versus lefties, home versus righties. So damn, he's pretty much worse at home. I thought Anaheim was like a middle of the pack park, but he seems to be getting dogged at home. It probably depends on the teams he's played. Let's go take a look at it. Let's see. So the home games he played Texas and Seattle, man. So actually, the only guys that scared me on Seattle that hit lefties well, Cruz, maybe Gucci. That actually hit them hard. I'm talking about Mike Cruz, Gucci, and then Texas, Ian Desmond and Beltre. That's about it. So for him to for him to be that bad at home, pretty much tells me he's shaky and inconsistent. So definitely a guy I probably want to have some bats against. Joe Ross, I like him a little bit. That depends if Mickey's playing or not. Let's go see. Cabrera still expected to play Tuesday against the Nats. Play Jim and his knee was on second base. So I do think there's a possibility that he sits out, man. He's getting older. I don't think he's had a rest day in like over a week or so. So they might give it to him here, especially with a banged up knee. This is Miggy Cabrera, man. You don't want him limping out there or re-injured on a game where I think you could definitely get some rest at. with Joe Ross, second-year pitcher. Even though I like him a little bit, but yeah, man. If it pretty much, I hate picking on the Tigers. They're pretty much the Blue Jays for me, where no matter how bad the Blue Jays do, I never really want to pick on them. But Miggy being out is a huge difference right there. Let's go see Tigers right-handed splits. Actually, just gonna look at it by player. Okay, so of course, Castellanos. We're not really worried about George Zimmerman. That's only 2 at bats. Samachia, inconsistent. Look at that K percent though, 38.7. 320 Babbitt, but that's pretty solid. Victor 404, Mickey 379, Kinsler 338. So this is the reason why I usually want to pick on 329 Upton. To Ghost, excuse me. And after that, but look at the K percent. This K percent is crazy, but they actually have some power in that offense and get it done. JD at 21.8. So pretty much the way I look at it is you eliminate Miggy. You got these guys who Miggy's only carrying at 16%. So who would they replace him at first base with? They said possibly Victor Martinez, and then who will be the DH for them? Would that be a McCann possibly? And that's a guy that's going to K a lot to righty. So that makes it even better a little bit for Ross as far as the Ks go. And I think he definitely has a huge chance of getting a win. Big ballpark at home too. So let's see how he's done against righties this year. See Joe Ross. See the plate discipline first. So 9.9 swing strike percentage, not as high as I like it to be. 85.5 zone contact, outside swing, decent at best. Not elite. So he's giving up more to lefties as opposed to righties. He's pretty much locking them up. 51 batters face righties, 153 over, 122 batting average. Let's see if the FIP holds up, and the FIP holds true, man. He's pretty much locking up righties, 27.5 K rate. The BABIP 171. Let's see if he's giving up any hard contact. Nope, 11.4. Pretty decent ground ball to fly ball rate. So I like him, man. It's a big ballpark as well. So I think he could be pretty sneaky here at 8.1 K. I definitely think he'd get the win here. The guy they have pitching against him. Let's scroll down till we see him. Yeah, I miss it. Okay, Michael Fulmer. I think he's a rookie. I think there's definitely a guy the Nats can get to, man. They have some pretty good batters on that team. You got Ben Verrett leading off. Has some stolen base upside. You got Bryce Harper, Daniel Murphy batting over 400. Not a team I really want to pick on now. And I just feel like eventually Zimmerman's going to get it going, or they're going to really keep walking Bryce Harper to get to Zimmerman. And I think that's an approach a lot of teams are going to start trying to take now. And especially with a young pitcher, he's definitely going to be scared of Bryce Harper. So you walk him, you got a man or two on base, and then it just sets up for Zimmerman to have a decent game. If he can finally put the barrel on the bat and actually hit it somewhere without it being an out or something. So I think eventually he's going to come around. He's not that bad as he's been playing. So definitely like some Nets bet to get the win. Let's see if there's any Vegas odds for that. We'll go on Fantasy Labs. Okay, so 4.5, 3.5, and it'd probably be like a 3.2, 3.1 if Mickey was out. So that definitely changes a lot. So who else we have here? Carlos Rodon, not a guy I want to pick on, but not a guy I want to play. Nicasio's been pretty good. Don't really want to play him against the Reds. Don't trust it. Gossman, just that price is just a little bit too much for me. Definitely want to have some bats against Trevor Bauer, especially I like Kobe Rasmus. He's been struggling a little bit with lefties. Bauer. Let's go take a look at his numbers. Is he still walking the world? Because that dude has had in his career, he's had pretty bad walking problems. So let's see what it's looking like right now. Okay, 355 Volpe to lefties, only 45 batters faced. Okay. The FIP is looking a little bit bad. The xFIP pretty solid. Okay. 375 BABIP. Let's see the hard contact. 57.7, and the ground ball to fly ball rate is horrible. So just pretty much I have to have some exposure to Kobe. I was about to say Kobe Lewis, to Kobe Rasmus in tournaments. Might even have some Valbuena. Let's go see how these guys are hitting versus righties right now, though. And that offense is actually starting to heat up too. Maybe some Preston Tucker if he plays. That could be sneaky. Has a 43.6 hard contact percent. Okay, I like it. 27.3 home run to fly ball rate. I like that there. Got Jason Castro hitting the ball pretty hard, batting ninth though. I don't like that. Valbrina's hitting the ball pretty hard. Kobe Rasmus, and he's in the heart of the order pretty much, and he's batting cleaner. He usually bats cleanup. So let's see his price: 3,100. 3,100 for a guy for offense that's streaking and a great matchup. Really kind of hard to turn that down. We'll go see if he has some BVP on him as well. Definitely want to check that out. Yeah, Warriors won today. Pretty good game. Let's see. Okay, Valbrina 0 for 2. Preston Tucker 2 for 4. Kobe Rasmus 0 for 5 with 3 Ks. Sheesh. Still, that's really not going to scare me off him, but that's not looking too good, man. He's pretty much contained. He's pretty much on the Astros. Oh man, 7 for 20, 7 for 47, a 149 batting average, and 20 Ks. Let me open up this calculator because my math isn't the greatest in the world. Let's see the percent of Ks on that. So 20 times 100 divided by 47. That's a 42% K rate versus the Astros. Sheesh. So pretty much he's on him, but you just can never trust that guy when, especially a guy that has a lot of walking problems and he's given up a lot of hard contact this year, and the WOBA is pretty high. So maybe he's just regressing. And I can see the 5.14 ERA, 1.43 WHIP. Let's see what it is against lefties. The WHIP, 1.35. Oh, the WHIP is actually pretty higher against righties. So, and the FIP and XFIP is pretty worse, pretty bad. But he's not giving up much hard contact. So, really don't have too much exposure to righties there. But we'll take a look at the YouTube comments, see if we have any. Nope. Okay, well, at least I have 3 views. Somebody's showing me some love, man. So let's scroll down now. What other pitchers we want to pick on? Maybe some Derek Collins. He's been struggling a little bit. Just give me Todd Frazier, Brett Lowry. I like some of those righties. We got Cesar Vargas back here. Wade Miley. Always love Rays versus lefties, man. Maybe some Forsythe, Longo, Steve Pearce. I think a lot of people are gonna be on Steve Pearce, and you might disappoint today. Let's actually go see how the Rays are hitting versus lefties. Let's see. Okay, the highest WOBA right now, Brandon Guy and 20 at bats. Not that much. Forsythe, 379 and 89 at bats. The ISO 184. Souza's hitting it, but he's Kane at extreme rate right now. Can't really trust him. Damn. So pretty much, I guess the only guys we can trust. Even Longo, the Longo's WRC is looking trash. He's even Kane a lot. It's pretty much the only guy we can probably trust right now is looking like Geyer, Forsythe, Souza, maybe Geyer the safest since he doesn't K much, and I think he usually bats second. The ISO's pretty much down. Let's go look at the batted ball. I mean, Longo's crushing the ball actually too. Just not. I guess the Babber is just not in his favor right now. Who else we have? Forsythe, 37.5 crushing in. Geyer, 30.8. Now let's go see if that matches up with Wade Miley. Let's see. He's giving up 4 home runs to righties, 298 batting average, 343 WOBA. Okay, so he's struggling a little bit. The XFIP not that bad. The FIP is a little bit over 4, so that's definitely somebody we could think about picking on. A hard contact percentage, not too high. It's pretty low. And he's in the pitcher's park today, so don't know how much exposure I want to have against him today. So I don't really expect much home runs to be giving up. A 13.8 home run to fly ball. In the pitcher's park, he's not giving up much hard contact, but if it does come, I can see it definitely coming from Forsythe. And that's about it. Maybe even Longo. Let's see. Let's go check on the BVP for that as well. Oh crap. Uh, kind of tired too. Okay, Souza 2 for 11, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Pass 3 for 9, 3 RBIs. Okay, not bad. Longo 5 for 19, 2 walks, 2 home runs, 6 Ks though. Sheesh. Geiger 3 for 13, a home run, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 1 K. And then Forsythe 6 for 21, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So a lot of guys have some pretty decent BVP against him. So maybe they're in play. But I like him a lot more if they were at home. Wade Miley might seem a little bit shaky there. Let's go see how he does on the road. So he's not even getting up that much hard contact on the road either. And damn. So maybe don't want to have too much exposure to him, especially with the inconsistent guys. But if I was gonna play anybody, it'd be Forsythe and maybe Geyer. So we kind of move on from there. Let's go take a look at some other pitchers. Might have to pick on Alfredo Simon. That goes. We don't even have to look at the numbers. Just play any lefty against Simon. Definitely gonna have some J-So Polanco exposure. Let's see J-So's price. Okay, 3,200. That's reasonable. Polanco. 3,400. I hate that price, but still gonna play him. Who else we have here? Robbie and Coors. That goes without saying. We don't even need to tell you. Adam Morgan versus the Braves, a team that struggles versus lefties. He might be in play for some tournaments. Pick on Whistler with some lefties, but the Phillies don't have too many lefty bats that are doing good right now. But if I'm gonna play any lefties, definitely gonna be a Double Herrera. I like him leading off. Has some stolen base upside. Could be a nice play. Mike Leake, inconsistent guy. Like you've seen him have good outings, but he's pretty much a gas can for most of the time. So load up some Trout, man. I don't have no problem with Trout there. Zach Davies, pick on him with lefties. We also got Matt Cain. You can pretty much play anybody versus Matt Cain. Sean O'Sullivan, gas can tonight, pretty much. Lock in Reddick. Let's go take a look at Sullivan's numbers from last year. Yeah. Okay, 2015. 481 Woba to the lefties, 352 batting average. The slugging is freaking ridiculous. Look at the FIP and XFIP. That's through the freaking roof. Oh my goodness, 3.86 home run per 9. 41.7 hard contact, horrible ground ball to fly ball rate. Just lock in Josh Reddick. You could just pretty much lock in Reddick. Let's see his price now, 3,200. Pretty favorable price. Look at how consistent he's been, so can't go wrong there. Let's look at some Lowry, Jay Lowry. Oh, Jay Lowry got injured. No. Okay, against the right spot to leave Fenway on crutches. Oh my god, man. Damn. All right, but even with that being said, I still like Vogt. I still like Reddick. This is looking pretty shaky. Who's Oakland gonna bring up then? Okay, I mean it just means Billy Burns. Got maybe some Billy Burns. He has some solo base upside. Chris Coglin's probably gonna definitely get burned here. I like him a little bit. Yonder Alonso. I think a lot of these lefties are in play pretty much. You can play pretty much any lefty versus him today. That isn't because even though there's some of them are bad. Like Yonder Alonso, I don't really trust him. I wouldn't trust Chris Coughlin too much, but that price point for a guy that's gonna get one of the worst pitchers, he's definitely gonna be high on the cash, and he's definitely gonna give you a salary relief. So maybe you might want to have some exposure to cores. So those guys are in play. Who else do we have? That's a gas can. Damn. Okay, I thought Trevor Bauer was like one of the cheaper pitchers. Oh, he actually is. So guys, like, hold on, this is not separated the right way. That's by the name. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, other way around. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, maybe it goes without saying you can play pitchers against you play batters against pitchers in cores. Not Manea, I don't know how you say the dude name, but he just got called up a little while ago. You pretty much I might have some exposure to Bogarts, righties. Bogart kills lefties and righties. seems to have some struggles with righties. Let's type him in a little bit. Let me remember his name. Sean, my name. I actually wrote his stats down, but we're gonna show you guys anyway. Yeah. Okay, 321. I know it's a small sample size, so I know. 430 WOBA, 321 batting average. The FIP 8.02, XFIP 6.45, K 12.1, 33.3 hard contact, ground ball fly ball rate a little bit above what we want to like completely stack against, but still like some righties here, so definitely have some exposure against him there. Maybe some Bogarts, maybe some bets. Even thinking about Hanley. But with that being said, we kind of move on from the pitchers. I'm kind of we gotta look at some Chris Medlin numbers. So pretty much, I think that's what I'm gonna do for my videos from now on. Just look at the pitchers, and then we're not gonna go each position by position anymore. It's kind of too much work. So we'll actually go by when I actually try to make a lineup, so we can see the players. All right. So 318 batting average, 379 WOBA. Okay. Let's look at the FIP, XFIP. FIP versus righties, pretty solid. The XFIP bad. The FIP and XFIP versus lefties is horrible though. 1.54 home run per 9. He's giving up about a 30.6 hard contact, but the ground ball fly ball ratio is looking nasty. But we also got a short porch and Yankee Stadium, so you can definitely give me some McCann today again, maybe and some Brett Gardner. I have no problem with it there. But that's about it for me. I know a lot of people are gonna fall for the Beltran trap, but maybe he might be worth it a little bit too. Who knows? He's definitely gonna be high on the cash, especially after hitting 2 home runs today. So if you're looking for cash game plays, you already got three chalky guys right there, Beltran, McCann. I'm not quite sure about Gardner being chalky, but I still like him a little bit. So we could pick on Medlin. Let me see if there's any other pitchers I want to take a look at, or at least target against. All right. I was looking at this Chris Davinsky's guy's numbers. Doesn't look too bad either. I spell his name right. Davinsky. Yeah, I spell his dude's name right. Why is he not coming up? Okay, here he is. So, 25-year-old guy, bro. Okay. All right, now let's go look at his stats. Small sample size. Only about how many innings is this? 13, 25.2 innings. So we don't really have much to go off of there. But from what we see, 216K, the WOBA is pretty good versus lefties and righties. Kane 22%. The BABIP is pretty high against righties, so but the FIP is telling us that's a lie. So, but he also has 100% strength, 100% left on base percentage. It's not gonna happen all the time. Oh, but it's only against righties. So, okay, the FIP and XFIP versus lefties is looking good as well. It's not giving up much hard contact to lefties. It's giving up to righties. Okay, we got that under the way. But the Indians don't really have any righty bats that actually crush people, so I'm not really too worried about him there. He might be a sneaky play in tournaments. He definitely allows you to get some core stack, man. Definitely, I think he might be sneaky, man. I think Davinsky might be sneaky. Let's actually go look to see his play discipline numbers. See if he's worth it. Okay, 11.5 swing and strike percentage, zone contact down. Outside swing, not too good. It's a little bit above average if I'm not mistaken. Actually, before I say that, man, let me fact check and make sure those are above average. So we're actually gonna go to, I don't think it matters. We just put league stats, pitching, play discipline. Okay, so outside swing, the league percentage 27.4, and he's below that. So he's not getting anybody to chase really outside the zone. Okay, swing and strike percentage, league average is 10%. So he's just a little bit above that, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go back, make sure it was a 10 point something. All right, so he's definitely above that. It's 11.5. Yeah, so I like some Davinsky. Let's see the games he played to make sure those are decent matchups. Seattle, he had a great game there. Oakland team that doesn't strike out. Okay, so he's been putting up some pretty good games, and I think he could definitely get the win here. He already isn't that high. He hasn't really given up much run, so I like him here, man. He's pretty solid matchup, so definitely might have some exposure to get some bats in course. So let's actually kind of make a lineup now. The guys from the do I really want to have much exposure against Tanaka? Before I do that, let me double check. Okay, so you can pretty much guess this is gonna be the lineup tomorrow. So we'll see Escobar. What is he batting versus righties? 287. But let's look at Tanaka number, see how Tanaka's faring against righties. See if he's shutting those guys down. Tanaka's been pretty much balling. So 164 batting average, 217 WOBA. All right, the K is looking pretty good. The FIP is actually looking pretty good. All right, I like that. Not giving up much home runs. The hard contact to righties is a little bit scary, but it's pretty much been containing them, and the ground ball to fly ball rate's pretty good. So, I'm not really scared there. So let's actually go look. Oh yeah, let's go look at these guys now. Okay, CD's doing pretty solid, a lot better than I thought. Okay, Kane's batting 253 versus righties, not looking too good. We know Hosmer's doing pretty good, so we'll just go look at him. He's batting 376 versus righties. That is a guy that scares me a little bit. Kendris. This dude's struggling. He's batting 163 versus righties. Alex Gordon. 227. Salvi. 259. All right. Infante. 243. Okay. Now look, none of these guys are scaring me right now. Cuber, however you say the dude's name, 250, but small sample size. He's definitely not hitting Tanaka. Then Dyson, 213. So these aren't guys you really need to be scared of. So definitely like Tanaka versus some of these guys. Now let's go look at the Ks before we can first say for certain that we like Tanaka. Because I don't think these guys are gonna K much. So all right, let's go see highest or to lowest. Gordon 34, Paul Orlando, who might get some run. Kane, one of the key guys. Perez 24, Morales 18, Infante 18. Osmer, okay, now let's go look at the WRC plus. Okay, bottom of the list, who's batting cleanup? Dyson batting ninth. That's horrible. Infante batting, I think he batted 7th for 8th. Horrible. Kane horrible. Acedes horrible. Gordon on the edge of being horrible. Well, being bad. That's pretty much good. That's good. I can't lie about that. Cologne doesn't really get much playing time. I'm not really scared of him there. Hosmer. Pretty much, this lineup is definitely able. You can definitely pitch on this lineup. Mustauskas, he's pretty much, you can just eliminate him there. Butera, this is only in 10 plate appearances, so WRC is going to be through the roof because if he did anything good in those 10 at bats, so definitely want to pick on them there. We still have 3 viewers. Shout out to y'all, man. Definitely appreciate you guys writing in the chat, man. Definitely want to get some dialogue going with you guys, so that'll be dope. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I said I like Tanaka. So we'll actually run around, try to make a Tanaka lineup. Guy like at catcher. Of course, you can always play Willerton Castillo. Who else we got? Excuse me. Realmuto's been killing it, man. This dude's way underpriced. Okay. His batting average is up, but I thought he did a lot more. Oh, yeah, he actually had a home run rob today. The craziest thing happened. The dude hit a home run, but I think Zuna ran backwards or something like that. I don't remember. I didn't see it exactly, but I heard the story that he actually hit the ball over the fence. It was a home run. And then think he passed back. He passed in front of Azuna and scored before Azuna did, so it doesn't count as a home run, but just a RBI single or something like that, or a double. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he definitely hit a home run and it came back. which is the craziest thing ever because of a dumb decision by his teammates. So he's still hitting the ball pretty good. We got Stephen Vogt 2600 versus the gas can Sean O'Sullivan. Can't go wrong there. So let's just go vote, man. We're gonna go vote. And we got him at 26, first baseman. Who did I like a lot today? Maybe David Ortiz. Who's pitching for? Oh no, it's a lefty. Lefty. We don't want to do that. Hanley versus lefty seems pretty interesting. Cole Park versus Gossman and Chris Carter. I think he's in a solid play, but we're gonna go Jay Soto, the safest guy here. Let's go look at some other first basemen. None of these other guys really stand out to me. Probably definitely a fade. So we'll go second base now. Who do we have for second base? Odor's been killing it, man. This dude's been pretty much on fire. Who's actually pitching for the White Sox again? I forgot. Oh yeah, Carlos Rodon. We're not doing the lefty. Okay. Second base kind of tricky. Forsythe got injured too. Forsythe taking the Felix on the pitch to his left shoulder. Oh my God, yo! If he's out, this dude freaking might not be the worst play in the world. Wade Miley, man, because now you're just throwing in another mediocre righty, and Forsythe kills those guys. So, man, that's interesting. But let's go back down to second base. Pedroia, career-wise, he kills lefties, but he's been struggling a little bit with them last year and this year. So we'll probably fade him. I do like him a little bit, but I do like Brett Lowry a lot. Let me see if there's any other second baseman. Jed Lowry, who's also injured. What's up with these Lowry's injured, man? Let's go see who's projected to score more runs. This is going to be the tiebreaker. Who team is projected to score more runs? Jay Lowry's or Brett Lowry? Okay. Jay Lowry, they're projected to put up 4.3. They're on the road as well. Where's the White Sox? Okay, 4.8. So I guess you can kind of say that's the tiebreaker. I don't like. I hope they're not gonna have him batting 6 versus a lefty, man. Definitely need to move him into that top 5, especially above Melky. So I like him there, man. He might be pretty sneaky. Career wise, he kills lefties, and Derek Collins not really missing any bats. We could take a look at that. Let's see. Okay, Derek Collins give 276 batting average, 344 WOBA to righties. FIP and XFIP versus righties looking bad. 36.7 hard contact. Ground ball to fly ball rate is horrible. We could definitely pick on him here. Okay, zone contact, 6.8 swing and strike, 89.7 zone contact. So he's not missing any bats at all. Pretty much a fly ball pitcher versus right-hander. So I like him. So pretty much second base, we'll go Brett Lowry. Third base, this one is a toss-up. I hope I don't get burned by fading third baseman from the D-backs like I did with Lamb. Freaking played Suarez today, and that was pretty much disappointing. Also got Peltre versus lefty. We got Brandon Drury versus lefty and Coors. 3,800 is pretty cheap price for him versus a lefty and Coors. Let's see if there's any other third baseman where we like. Hernan Perez versus lefty. Could be sneaky. Chris Coughlin at 2,100, looking like a nice cash game play. But let's see who we're gonna go. This one is actually pretty tough. But I guess I'm gonna lean towards Brandon Drury, man. We'll just pay up for him there. Has some pop, and he's in Coles versus lefty. Can't go wrong. Shortstop. I like Villar a little bit. I like Diaz. He's in a good spot if he actually gets a nice batting spot. Man, if this guy bats leadoff again, where's he at? He's definitely a lock for me. So we'll just put him in there for the sake of the lineup. Then we'll go Reddick. Reddick is one of the guys that I like a lot. Who else? Let's see. I know somebody else said I like that was around this price range. Brett Gardner, of course, Kobe Rasmus. So we'll go Kobe Rasmus. Now we have about 3K to spend. Not enough for Brett Gardner. So we'll see what we got down here. Oh yeah, we also like Piscotty in LA. He's in a good spot. So who could we downgrade here? Maybe we could just downgrade Drury. But I definitely want to have some core. I definitely want to have some cores exposure. So for the sake of the video, we're just gonna downgrade to Beltray, which lefty's pretty alright. And then we're gonna get this guy. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? We go Polanco, or we could go Piscotty. It's Alfredo Simon, so I'm gonna just go Polanco, man. And that Reds bullpen is pretty trash, so we'll save that just for the sake of it. Go back to edit. If I go to another one, and after that, I don't even know why I saved that. I'm probably not even gonna use that exact lineup, but I like it a little bit. Got some Joe Ross exposure. I'm definitely gonna make this a Joe Ross lineup. So let's clear this out, Joe Ross. So pretty much a catcher. We can actually pay up now and get McCann. First base. Let's see if we can go. Who's pitching for Pittsburgh again? I almost forgot. Why the hell did I forget who's pitching for Pittsburgh? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's Nicasio. Yeah, we really don't want to pick on him too much. Hanley is in a good spot. E5 actually like him a lot today. 3,500 is pretty cheap for a guy like PV. I think I wrote down PV's numbers too. Oh, actually I didn't. I'm a lazy son of a gun. Let's actually go look at it though. Oh no, Matt Cain. Excuse me. I said PV. PV pitched tonight. Be disciplined. Oh, click it. 7.6 looking bad. A lot of zone contact. He's generating a pretty decent swinging outside swing rate. Okay, so now let's actually go look at the numbers though. Okay, a 333 batting average to righties, 421 WOBA. He's pretty much a gas can. The FIP XFIP is horrible versus righties. Giving up a 35.2 hard contact. It's in a pitcher's park, but the ground ball, fly ball rate is pretty bad. And I trust E5. He has enough power to take one deep. Even like Batista, Donaldson, they're all in play here. Even Pilar, man, he's pretty good. So I like a lot of these Blue Jays, man. But for first baseman, we're just talking about first baseman, and you can go E5 there. Should be the highest scorer. So now we can move on to second base. Who's pitching for Cleveland again? Oh yeah, it's Bauer, who's pretty much inconsistent. You can never trust that guy. Like Daniel Murphy, dude's batting 400 versus righties. We got Brett Lowry there. Okay, so we'll just go Jay Lowry just to find some value. We'll pay up somewhere else. Third base. Oh, Josh Donaldson is the cheapest you'll ever find, but we'll go Drury. Shortstop. I like Bogarts a lot. Now that gives us pretty much a decent amount to work with. So since we went Polanco in the other lineup, we'll go Piscotty. And actually, you might even get Polanco in this lineup as well. Polanco now leaves us 3,200 to work with, and then we get Josh Reddick. I think that's a pretty good lineup. And then last but not least, we're going to make the value play lineup. We're probably going to stack core bats and cores. So we'll go with the sleeper play, Defensky, if that's how you say his name. Okay, so lefty versus, okay, maybe we can go Castillo. Have some exposure. We go some Goldie. We go Drury. We're definitely going to need some value plays here. We're going to need at least one or two value plays. Who's pitching for Arizona again? Rubby, so we can get some lefties. We definitely want to have Cargo versus Rubby. We're going to need some value plays, so we're going to go Beltran. Let's go Beltran again. Oh, crap. 2,300. Okay, that gives us enough to work with. We might need one more value player. Do we want to go Blackman? We can actually go Blackman. We can do that, I think. Second base. Now let's see what we got to work with. Get a value play. Like I said, we can go with Jay Lowry as a value play. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jay Lowry, man. I think he'll play. Then we got 3,100 to work with at shortstop. Do we have enough? Do we have a decent price? Damn, I'd love to get Diaz there, but we can't. So let's see what we can work with. Keto Marte versus lefties. It sounds good, but I'm not gonna trust it. Jimmy Rollins versus lefties. He's pretty much safe. He's been pretty good, so we can do that, man. Probably wouldn't want to put Jimmy Rollins in. Doesn't have. I don't think he has that much upside. Not really hitting with much power. So we'll probably find something else, man. But this is just something I like to work with. So we'll take a look at the comments, see if anybody's read anything. Polanco, you like Matt Joyce versus Simon? That's if he plays. Matt Joyce doesn't play every day, so you got to get him when he actually plays. So definitely check lineups a couple times, see if he's in there. But I don't know who you will start over because I think Polanco's gonna play. So, uh, and then of course you got McCutcheon and you got Starlin Marte. So let's one of those guys get a day off, just to get a rest, just to get rest. I don't see Matt Joyce playing, but not a bad play at all, man. If he does play, he's been hitting pretty good. 2,700 too versus Simon. That's a pretty good prize point for a guy who hits pretty well. If you're just looking at his game log, he's pretty much been on the board every day. So that he played, only one at bat. So pretty consistent guy there. So I like him. But with that being said, man, we're definitely about to come to an end. This video has been going on for too long, man. I'm about to get some sleep. It's 3 a.m. So hopefully you guys win some money. Leave something in the comments. Definitely give this a thumbs up. Definitely appreciate it if you do that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And definitely hit me up on Twitter, man. We definitely talk about some DFS. So like I always say, man, hopefully we win some money and I'm out of here. Peace.